session. In yesterday's session, we discussed till get title, right? So get title will be used to get the title of the page. Okay. Handling iframe, I will tell in the next class. I will take separate session for that. Okay. Now navigations. Okay. This is also important. So let me open some website like Economics Times. Okay. This is not the right side. It is opening everything in the new website, in the new page. Let me open this one, book.theautomated UK. So I clicked on this link. Okay. Then if I wanna go to home page, instead of clicking on some index and all, I can click on this back button, right? So if I want to go back to the previous page, I can click on back button. If I wanna go forward, then I will click on it. Or if I wanna refresh the page, I will click on this one. Okay, I will click on the refresh icon, then the page will be reloaded. Okay, apart from that, in the URL, so if some URL is there, I can open some other URL, right? If I wanna open some youtube.com, I can open youtube.com. So if you take the address bar, here you are doing 4 actions. You can navigate back, you can navigate forward, you can reload the page, or you can open a new URL into that tab. Okay, so how can we do all these 4 actions using WebDriver? We will discuss today. So first is navigate back. How can we navigate back in the history? See this, it opened the browser for me. Now I am calling driver.get. Driver.get command will launch that URL in the browser. It is launched. Now I am clicking on chapter 1. Okay, now all the links are there. I am clicking on 1. Okay, I clicked on chapter 1. Okay, now chapter 1 is loaded. So here, see this. Now I am in chapter 1, right? I am calling the command driver dot. On top of driver, there is a method called navigate. That navigate method will return you navigation object. On top of navigation object, there is a method called back. If you call back method, then you will be navigated. You will be navigated back in the history. Okay. So see this. Now I am in chapter 1. Let me call this command driver dot navigated back. See, we moved back to the home page, right? So to click on this back button of a tab, what method you need to call? Driver dot navigate dot back. If you call driver dot navigate dot back, you will be backed in the history. Now navigate forward. Here you need to notice one thing. Even you do manually, if you open any website, the forward button will be disabled. Okay, by default it will be disabled. Whenever you click on back button, then it will be enabled. If you click on back button once, then it will be enabled. Then you can click on forward button, because if you open a page, you can go back, but there is nothing to go forward, right? At least if you click on back button once, then you can forward to that page again. So it is the behavior, just I wanna show you. So in the same way I automated it. So I've opened the website. Okay, I am calling by link text. I told you, right, to handle links we have link text. So by link text chapter 1, and I am clicking on the link. Click it. Now the chapter 1 is loaded. Okay, the page is loaded now. Now I am calling back, driver.navigate.back. See this, I am in home page. I clicked on chapter 1. Since I called navigate back, again I came back to home page. If I call navigate forward, if I call forward button, if I click on forward button, what will happen? Again I will be switched to the chapter 1 page, right? So I'm not manually clicking on it. I'm calling this command like driver.navigate.back. There is a command, there is a method called driver.navigate.forward. Instead of back, you will call forward method. If you call forward method, it will click on forward button. Okay, see this. Now we are in home page of the website. I call driver.navigate.forward. See, again we redirected back to chapter 1. Again we redirected back to chapter 1. Okay. So using driver.navigate.back, you can go back in the history. You by clicking on by calling the code driver.navigate.forward, you can come forward in the history of that browser tab. Okay, and if you want to refresh, the command is refresh only. So I cannot show it because if I run it in debug mode, within fraction of seconds it will be reloaded, right? I will just run it, see the YouTube. It will be loaded once. After some time it will be reloaded. Okay, I am giving 5 seconds sleep. After that I am calling refresh again. Okay. See this. I am opening youtube.com. See the icon. It's again loading, right? That is due to reload. It's reloaded, right? Yeah, that is due to reload. So if you want to refresh a page, you need to call driver.navigate.refresh. So on top of navigate, you have these methods. Navigate will return you navigate object. You don't need to store that navigate object. You can directly call the methods on top of it. Driver.navigate.back will do back operation, and driver.navigate.forward will do forward operation, and driver.navigate.refresh will reload the page. Okay. Now we discussed about one more thing, right? You can click on back, you can click on forward, you can reload the page, or you can enter a new URL into it. If I wanna enter a new URL in the existing tab, what will you do? Driver.get will open a URL into the browser. That is fine. But if I wanna open a new URL in the existing tab, what I supposed to do means, so there is something called navigate.to, like forward, back, and refresh. We have something called to, and it will accept a URL. It will accept a string. There you can pass the URL. Okay, I'm running it. See this. So it opened youtube.com first, and after that I called driver.navigate.to softwaretutions.com. I gave my blog URL. So it opened youtube.com, and then it changed the URL, right? So the method for it is driver.navigate.to. For to method you can pass an URL. Using that you can easily redirect to that new URL. Okay, so totally we have 4 methods on top of navigate. If you call driver.navigate, you have 4 methods: back, forward, to, and refresh. Okay. In interviews, you may get this question. If I ask you to open an URL in the browser, and if I say don't use get method, what will you do? I'm asking you to open an URL in the browser, but at the same time you should not use get method. How can you do that? How can you achieve that? Means using driver.navigate.to method. So driver.navigate.to is an alternative for driver.get. If someone is asking, don't use driver.get but open an URL in the browser, you can use driver.navigate.to also. Okay, is it clear for you both, all the four methods? Hello, are you there? Okay, good. Okay, this alert also I will explain in next class. I will take separate session for that. Pop-up window and all. So today we will talk about cookies. First I will explain what does it mean by cookie. Okay. Have you heard about cookie? Any one of you? Have you heard about cookie? Hari, do you have any idea on cookie?
Uh, yes, Dev. The thing is, while browsing, right, it will the search things will be stored in cookies, and whenever you are trying to open, instead of using the internet, it will directly open from the cookies. That is what I have the knowledge.
What it will store? Come again?
The browsing history.
That is separate. That is known as cache, browser cache. Within the cache, it will be stored. I will show you. If
Okay.
you press Ctrl Shift Delete on top of Chrome browser, you will see it. Browsing history, download history, cookies, cached images and
Hmm.
files, password, autofill form data. Okay, so everything is different. Browsing history means if you press Ctrl H, you will get some history, right? This is known as browsing history. Okay.
Means the like cookies means say for example you are using the entering the name, address, phone numbers, like all the kind of the data again.
That is known as autofill.
Autofill data.
There is
Okay.
a field called autofill form data, right? That is that. So if you enter something, that will be stored, and if you try to enter same thing, like entered my email ID, if I try to enter it again, if I type starting 2 3 letters, then it will come, right? It will auto populate that, right? That is known as autofill form data. In this field it will be stored. Okay. Cached images and files means if you open any website, it will download so many images, it will download so many script files, it will download so many CSS files, right? All the things will be stored in the cache. Like if I open my blog softwaretutions.com, first time only it will download these images and all, core Java, Selenium automation, data structure. These are all images, right? These images it won't download every time. Okay. Whenever you open that blog page for the first time, it will load it. Okay, it will download and it will load it in the cache. Whenever you are trying to reopen it, it will use it from cache. If you delete the cache, then only it will again get it from the server. That is known as cache. Mm. Then what is the purpose of cookie? The purpose of cookie is, if I open gmail.com, it's not all asking me any username and password. It is directly loading my Gmail page. How is it loading? Without asking username and password, how I am able to open my Gmail? Because of the cookie. Okay. Whenever you log in into the website, a cookie will be generated and it will be stored. Okay. Let me show you that. If you go to console, if you type document.cookie, you will get the cookie. So this is the cookie. Gmail underscore 80, and this is the cookie value for my account. If you log in with your credentials, another cookie will be generated. If you log in with Hari credentials, another cookie will be generated. If you log in with Booster credentials, then another cookie will be generated. So using the cookie only, he will identify you as Hari or Pujita, or it will identify me as they, like that it will go. So the purpose of cookie is it will be helpful to distinguish one account from another account. For all authenticated website, a cookie will be generated after you log into the website. For Facebook, Gmail, anything, for any authenticated website means which is asking credentials, which is asking username and password, is known as authenticated website. For authenticated websites, after login, cookie will be generated. Why people are Why should we click on sign out means whenever you click on sign out button, the cookies will be destroyed. Okay, that's why people always suggest everyone to sign out from the website before you leave. So this is my personal computer. I don't want to give username and password again and again. That's why I'm not clicking on sign out button. It's okay with me because this is my personal computer, no one will use. That's why I'm not clicking on sign out button. But if you open your Gmail account or Facebook account in a public internet center, definitely you should click on sign out button, because if you don't click on sign out button, if someone else come if someone else comes and open the Gmail or facebook.com, your page will be open, right? So it is not all good for us. So we need to click on sign out button. What sign out will do means, if you click on sign out button, the cookies will be destroyed. The cookies will be destroyed for that website. Then it will again ask you to log in. Okay, see this. Now I am clicking on sign out button. After clicking on sign out button, if I try to open gmail.com, it will definitely ask me with what account you wanna sign in and what is your password, everything it will ask, because the cookie is destroyed now. So if the cookie is there, you can automatically log in into the website. If the cookie is not there, it will ask you to provide your username and password. So the purpose of cookie is to to uniquely identify a person. Okay, a person account will be identified by the cookie. Okay, so this is all about cookie. Now I will tell you how can we handle cookies in Selenium WebDriver. Is it clear for you both? What is the purpose of cookie? If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Okay, I hope you don't have any doubts. Yeah, to explain this concept, uh, let me open Arpan Pro. I will change my password first. I will give you a dummy password there. And I have to mention one more thing. If you call document.cookie, cookie means it's a combination of cookies. In cookie, they will store lot of information. See this. The base domain is urbanpro.com. City is Hyderabad. So Grails underscore remember me. This is something. Okay, they are maintaining some value here. Like they are maintaining so many things, right? So cookie means a collection of cookies. It's a combination of so many cookies. Okay, that you need to understand. Now I will show you the get cookies method first, what it will do. See this, I've opened the website. Then before login, I am just printing it. Okay, some dummy values are there here. I am entering username and password. So username is entered, password is entered. Now I'm on login. So I logged into my account, right? So after logging into the account, if I wanna get the cookies, if I wanna get the set of all cookies, what I have to call means like driver.navigate, there is a method called driver.manage. On top of driver.manage, you have get cookies method. If you call driver.manage.get cookies, you will get all the collection of cookies. So see this. So after login, I got this J session ID, that is a new one, and so many additional values are added. See this, when compared to the old one, this is very lengthy. Earlier it is small. Before login, the cookie is small, but after login, this is lengthy. So many other values are added to it. Okay, the expiry date and all will be added. This Grail underscore remember me, this is also newly added. Like that, after login, if you wanna get all the cookies of that particular website, how can you get it? Using Selenium WebDriver by calling driver.manage.getCookies method. These are all things, it's not difficult to understand, but you need to remember that. If you are attending an interview, people will ask you like this. After logging into an authenticated website, how will you get all the cookies? How can you get the set of cookies? How to tell them that I will call driver.manage.getCookies method. That complete code you have to remember. Okay, it's very easy when compared to these XPath, CSS and all. It's very easy and straightforward. You don't need to apply your brain, right? Just need to remember. That's it. If you are not attending interview, if you are just coding it, you can take help from Google. If you just type how can I get cookies using Selenium WebDriver, you will easily get this command. So if you are working in a real-time project, these are all things you can get it from Google. But if you are attending interviews, definitely you should remember all this. So the method is driver.manage.getCookies. That method will return you set of cookies. But if I wanna get a particular cookie value, I have so many things, but I wanna get only Grails underscore remember me value. How can I get that? Means in the entire cookie, if I give the, so I told you, right, cookie means it's a collection of cookies. So we have already seen domain equal to urbanpro.com, city equal to Hyderabad, Grails underscore remember me equal to some value, like that is there, right? So if you give a value, so The one what you have before equal to is known as key. The one what you have after equal to is known as value. Okay. So if you wanna get a particular cookie value, then you will give the cookie name, then you will get the cookie value. So the one which is before equal to is known as cookie name, the one which is after equal to is known as cookie value. So if I wanna get a particular cookie value, I should not call get cookies. If I call get cookies, I will get entire set of cookies, right? If I don't wanna get entire set of cookies, I want only a particular cookie value, then I will call get cookie named and I will pass the name of the cookie. Then the particular value will be returned to me. See this. See this. It logged into the website. If I call driver.manage.get cookies, it will return me all the set of cookies, but I'm calling get cookie named and I'm giving the name of the cookie. So see this. It printed only grails underscore remember me value. It is not printing anything else. It is printing only grails underscore remember me. Let me call this command again with the cookie name as city. Okay, now we are in debug mode, right? So you can go to display window and you can run the command again with some other value. So driver.manage.get cookie named, I'm calling with city. See this. Currently I'm in Hyderabad. That's why that cookie city is coming with the value Hyderabad. Are you able to see this, Hari, now? Driver.get manage.get cookie named. If you give the cookie name, the value will be returned. That's what I'm showing. I'm showing in debug mode of Eclipse. Are you able to see that or is it still stuck? So this is about get cookie named. Okay. Like get cookies and get cookie named, we have two methods to delete cookies. Delete cookie named. So after getting all the cookies, if I wanna delete a particular cookie, I can use delete cookie named. Like get cookie named, we have a method called delete cookie named. If you give the name of the cookie, that cookie will be deleted from it. That cookie will be deleted from it. So like get cookie named, we have delete cookie named. Let me show you this also. So I'm logging the website. So after logging into the website, I am calling get cookies method. That will give me all the cookies, right? Now after printing all the cookies, I am calling delete cookie named. I have to show you, right, whether it is deleted or not. See, I am printing after login. After login, I am printing all the cookies. Now I am calling delete cookie named method with the cookie name. Okay, I am trying to delete Grails underscore remember me cookie from the cookie set. After deleting it, I am printing it again. Compare these two. See this JSON ID is there in both. This domain is there in both of them. Referral is there. Everything is there, but see this Grails underscore remember me is there, right? One minute, my notepad is stuck now. Okay, I will show it in notepad. It's difficult to show it in notepad actually. Okay, good. Now see this Grails underscore remember me is there only once because they all are there because I didn't delete any other cookie. I deleted only Grails underscore remember me. That's why this is not coming here. That means it is deleted. So if you wanna delete a particular cookie, you can call delete cookie named method by passing the name of the cookie. Then that particular cookie will be deleted. If you wanna delete all the cookies, then you can call delete all cookies method. For getting all the cookies, the method name is get cookies only. It's not get all cookies. If you call get cookies, it will return all the cookies. But if you want to delete all the cookies, you need to call delete all cookies method. The method name is not delete cookies. The method name is delete all cookies. Okay. Here I will tell you one more interesting thing. If someone asks you to implement logout method without touching sign out button, how can you implement? I told you, right, if you delete all the cookies, if you click on sign out button, then they will delete all the cookies. That's why if you try to log in into the website again, if you try to open that website again, it will ask you to log in. So if someone asks you to implement sign out without touching that logout button or sign out button, how can you do that? By simply deleting all the cookies, and if you refresh the page, definitely it will ask you for login, right? If you delete all the cookies, it doesn't have any information about you. So if you refresh the page, it will ask you to log in again. So using these two commands, we know the command to delete all the cookies. The command is dive.manage the delete all cookies. And to refresh the page, what is the method I told you today? That is dive.navigate.refresh, right? So if you use these two lines of code together, that is equivalent to our sign out operation. If someone asks you how will you do sign out without touching sign out button, you can say that I will call dive.manage.delete all cookies first, then I will call dive.navigate.refresh, then it is equivalent to sign out. Like that you can answer if someone asks in the interview. See this. So we entered username, we entered password, we are clicking on button. So sorry, I gave the wrong password. So it performed the login. If I call driver.manage.getCookies, that will return me all the cookies like this. Now see this, I'm simply calling driver.manage.delete all cookies. If I delete all the cookies, then it doesn't ask you to log in. If you do some, after deleting all the cookies, if you do some action, if you click on any link or if you do anything, it will ask you to log in. Here I am refreshing it. See this, I am calling driver.navigator.refresh. See, it asked me for login, right? So if you call these two lines of code together, that is equivalent to logout only. So using delete all cookies method, you can delete all the cookies of a particular website. Okay. So that's it for today. Totally we learned 8 methods. Using 4 are related to navigate, 4 are related to manage. So using navigate back, navigate forward, navigate to and refresh methods, you can handle all the navigation related operations, like you can go back or go forward, or you can reload the page, or you can open a new URL in the existing tab. Okay. And I explained you what is the purpose of cookie. The main purpose of cookie is using the cookie only. You will be identified as you. Okay, a person will be identified based on the cookie only. Okay, so now how can we handle cookies in Selenium WebDriver? If you wanna get all the cookies, you will call get cookies method on top of manage. Manage.get cookies. If you wanna get a particular cookie value, you will call manage.get cookie named by providing the name of the cookie. Okay, if you want to delete a particular cookie, we'll call driver.manage.delete cookie named by passing the cookie name, then that particular cookie will be deleted from the cookie set. And if you want to delete all the cookies, you will call driver.manage.delete all cookies. After deleting all the cookies, if you refresh the page, then it will ask you for login. So if you call driver.manage.delete all cookies and driver.navigate.refresh together, then that is equivalent to sign out. That's what I explained today. Do you have any doubts?
No, Dev.
Yeah. Okay then, Hari. You're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I just have the doubts on other things, other stuff.
Okay. Ask me now. Anything is fine.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, we use that CSS selectors ID or name for identifying the keys in
Elements. Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
page, right?
Page. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, elements. So in the tags we use for calling two elements, we use and between them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So can we have more than two? Is that possible?
Yeah. It's possible.
So we
You can use multiple
I
unts.
mean to say, okay. Even in the CSS selector as well, we
No,
can
no,
use input
In
in
CSS
square
you don't
brackets.
use and at all. I told you, right? If you have multiple attributes, you have to
No,
use
no,
multiple square
not.
brackets.
I'm, yeah, yeah. I can use multiple square brackets, more than two. Is that
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
asking?
yeah. More than two is possible. You can use three square brackets also.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. By we can use multiple ands, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
I will
Yeah, that
show
is the
you.
only
I will
question I
show
have.
you. So here there are. So I'm copying it completely. $X. So input for attributes you will use at the rate and at the rate. Let me make it as single quote instead of double quote. Class equal to input text and name equal to email and at the rate id equal to email contains no value and at the rate tab index equal to 1. Okay, you can give n number of hands, it will accept that. Even in CSS also you can use multiple square brackets. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Do you have any other doubts?
Uh, that's it as of now.
Okay then, yeah, thanks Hari. Okay then, that's it for today. Just remember all the things. Anyway, I will share you the recording also. Just go through it once. You don't need to practice much these things and all. You just need to remember it. That's it. Only CSS XPath. These two are very very important. Even you get free time, explore more on that because identification the element only the toughest part in automation. You need to apply your brain only in implementing the XPath and CSS. For doing the action you just need to remember the command. If I wanna click I will call click method. If I wanna type I will call send keys method. Like that you need to remember for the actions, but to identify the elements only you need to apply your brain. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow at the same time 8:45 p.m. Okay, bye.